Hey everybody, welcome to another episode. It's a little raining at the moment, so I hope it's not too loud for you. But today we're jumping back into the CB250 project. We are going to try and get this thing started. So, last episode, a little bit of a recap. It was locked up, I showed you the bike, got it up on the table that we made, and we tried to start it. We got it to turn over. I got some sparkage in my hand, which wasn't the best, but it happens. Then that was it, because we ran out of time. So this episode, we're going to get the carburetors on there. First, we're going to chuck the manifolds on there, so that way we'll get some fuel, get some spark, turn it over. Hopefully we get some bang, and we get some running. But you're going to have to stay tuned and watch. First up, we're going to jump into putting the manifolds on. So on the original engine, it goes from the 2 ports on the engine to 1, which has just 1 carburetor. We're changing it to 2 carburetors, changing it to 2 carburetors. So I need to put 2 little manifolds on there. I think I have to change some studs, put those on, put the carbies in, get some fuel to those carbies, double check the spark, even though it did shock me, and turn it over and see if it runs. So first up, we'll get the Porsche out of here, get the motorbike in here, and let's get into those manifolds. Easy. So I think I'll have to modify this bracket to run this, because it runs into that thing. But for the day, in today's episode, I don't care, because I just want to see if it runs. So next up, let's see if I've done this right, and got these carbies. Uh-oh. So I don't think this is going to fit. So the distance between here and here and here, it's just not going to get in there. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'd have to either modify the frame, because where this edge, I thought, oh yeah, I can take a little bit of room off here. But I looked inside and I don't really want to mess with this screw. It hasn't got much to bite into. And if I take more off there, I think, if I take any off there, I think it's just going to ruin the carbies, and it's not worth ruining them just because I can't get them to fit. So what I think I'm going to try is try and start it on some Start You Bastard. Bit of this. So it's just your ether kind of stuff, whatever you want to call it. And so my thought is, if I can spray a little bit in each as I kick it over, I might be able to get it to start. So what I'm going to do is move on for a second, and I'll chuck the spark plugs in, and I'll chuck these 2 in, and see if I can get it to at least kick on what I got. So let's give that a go. Chuck that in there. Actually, let's try and kick it over and see what happens. I think it's got a little bit of blow by if you see the rocket cover bouncing around. Okay. I thought that might happen. Oh, hello. No compression. Okay, let's double check spark, because that's, well, it's making the wolf. I don't think it's got any compression though, but let's double check. Yeah, we got spark.
2,000 years later.
Got it in there. So they're pretty damn close to either side of these frame rails. This bit. I used persuader and length of steel and knocked it in from either side and then kept fitting it till it fitted. Chucked the battery on. I've got the fuel hose all linked up to the carbs, and I got some fuel in a sauce bottle just so that way you can squeeze it in without it being too messy. And I'll get it in that hole and we'll see if we can get it to go. Okay, so it helps. I don't know if it's a problem, but if you put it on run rather than off, it gives you a spark. So let's try that again. I don't think it's going to run, but let's give it a go. Okay, so that didn't work. I think I'm low on compression. And when I say low, I think nothing. I think I got none. So we've got spark, we've got the fuel going in there, but I just don't think there is enough compression to get this engine to run. I had my finger over the spark plug hole as the engine turned over, and you get that small, slightest little bit of that's air coming past my finger. So I'm pretty sure that's the issue on why it's not going to run. I've put everything away and just had a little bit of a sit down, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So next episode we're going to tear into the engine, check the timing maybe, go over everything, make sure this engine isn't mucked with in any way, like it has been sitting for a while. I was expecting it to have maybe a little bit compression to maybe run, and so yeah, I think we'll pull the top of the engine off, pull the rocker cover off, check the timing, see what's going on. If any of you have any thoughts on what's going on, I'd really appreciate the thoughts and answers or questions or anything like that. And I did think, yes, I could do a compression test, but I haven't got one, so the finger over the spark plug was my compression test. I'll also check the lash on all the valves as well, make sure that's not out, but I think we might be buggered. So next episode, we're going to jump into it. Please like and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And got any questions? Hit me up. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks.